Hello, welcome back to Nintagious. Continued happy Saturday for those that I didn't see this morning. I almost canceled this stream, and not for the reason that people would expect, because a lot of people expected that I was gonna be like, I don't feel like playing this. I feel like playing more Monster Hunter. And it wasn't that, but like I didn't sleep well, and my allergies are kind of acting up. I'm in a very bleh state right now. Like my head's kind of foggy and such, but I'm still gonna try and power through this. Because there's not that much left in this game. It shouldn't take more. It shouldn't take more than 3 hours. I feel like even 2 hours would be a ridiculous estimate. But we'll see. Something could go horribly wrong. So I am connected. Please connect. Is it? Why am I player 2? Where's the thing? Boop 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 boop. Yeah, sure. We got all day. I don't have a show to do or anything. What the actual... There we go. What the hell? Okay. That was the thing. Alright. Riley's here, Logan's here, Volp's here, Oblivion's here, Funk's here. T-House, you'd be a newcomer. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let me drop some pixels for everybody. As a thanks for being here right at the beginning. Oh, Ruby Rose, welcome back then. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna finish extra mode. As I just said, there's not much left. There's like 4 stages. So yeah, there's not a whole lot left in this game, which is kind of sad because it's a good game. I might screw around and do arena with like character requests or something at the end. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how long this takes. I honestly might take the opportunity to end like super early if it means that I could like raid some people that I wouldn't be able to raid otherwise. Because I know that there are a few good streamers going right now that I'd love to get a raid in on if I could. My God. Someone hacked your account? Does that happen on YouTube? And hey Blue, how's it going? And I am, yeah, all of the worlds are, alliteration. So, like, they're 2 words that both start with the same, that both start with the same letter, and those letters all combined spell crowned. Which I guess is referring to the fact that, like, Maglador... Maglador. That's right, right? For some reason that doesn't sound right. I'm gonna die. that he like steals the crown of this world. Magalore, whatever. Close enough. I think Maglador sounds better. I mean, hey, Oblivion, there's worse things to be known for. Or worst characters for being known for liking. I think you're in alright shape. Well, that was nice and stupid. And yeah, I'm already thinking, like, what am I doing after this? What am I doing next? I feel like a lot of people are really enjoying Monster Hunter, it seems. So part of me is just like, screw it, just all Monster Hunter all the time. But no, I should try to, like... I'm currently looking at like 2 nights a week. I'll try and play something else. Maybe more. A very high chance that I could die here. I should point that out. Riley won the jackpot again. That's like the second or something, isn't it? Hey JMT, how's it going? Sorry that I missed that. I don't think I would do another Kirby game right away. I kind of alternate, right? Because, like, I played Superstar Saga, and then I was like, well, I'm going to play something else before I play Partners in Time. I played Skyward Sword, and then I played something else before I was like I'll do something else before I play another Zelda game. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to start any longer playthroughs like that, because Monster Hunter's kind of taking that slot. If I start a long playthrough, I think I'm gonna find myself in a position where those are the only 2 games I'm playing. So I'm probably gonna... I think I might do like... God, why am I so bad right now? Maybe I took too long of a break from this game. Maybe I'll get back to Donkey Kong Country Returns? Maybe that's where I'll go. I need to finish Celeste at some point too. I also have to get back to finishing Yoshi's Woolly World. Right now, I need to stop sucking. This is actually a surprisingly good ability for this boss. It doesn't do a lot of damage, though. Damn it. I didn't see that bullet until it was too late. I don't know about Sonic. Maybe... Monster Hunter has online, yeah. I haven't done, like, open viewer nights yet, but I think I will, because I like it, like, sooner rather than later, because I keep hearing other people getting really interested in it, so I think there are people that would be willing to play. My concern at first was that a few people that wanted to play were either, like, already super high level, and they were just looking to show off and carry people, and that's not what I'm really interested in. Or they were people that, like, came to the stream, asked to play, and then left. I was really interested in, like, some actual regulars having an interest in playing, and they seem to be showing an interest in playing, so... Maybe this coming week already. And yeah, as usual, like I'm reading chat, I'm just not necessarily responding to everything. So some of my responses are delayed. But yeah, Logan, I changed you can gamble up to 500 now, and like the starting point for the jackpot is 2,000 now instead of 1,000. I don't know, people kept winning the jackpot when it was only, like, when it was under 2,000, and I was like, this is boring. I want to see it get, like, ridiculous again. I see Raph is lurking as well. And Coulter, how's it going? And Seven, how's it going? How was everybody's Saturday? Food. So wait, can I not do this now? How the hell was I supposed to do that? Because I can't float with this. I can't go over with that. My voice sounds different? I'm kinda out of it, I guess. Yeah, so I need this. But then, like, they throw so many freaking enemies in there. How do I... I don't know. I'll figure it out. I do keep the microphone closer than I used to, but I've been doing that for a little while, so... Alright, that's enough. That was dumb. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of out of it. My allergies are bothering me. My head's kind of killing me. I'm kind of just tired and blah tonight. I didn't get enough sleep, but that was my own fault, so... Trying not to really complain about that, because that was all my doing. That was not a... Like, allergies I can't control, so I can complain about all I want. You know, I think the fire is, like, not a good idea. Although the weather kind of sucks, so that's part of why I didn't sleep well. I guess I can complain about that, because that's out of my control. But it was mostly just that I stayed up too damn late. Which is my own fault. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, like, I almost said screw it, I'm not streaming tonight, just because that's how lousy I felt when I got up. Alright, I guess that's not as hard as I thought it was. I was overthinking it a little bit. Oh yeah, Coulter, I remember you mentioning, like, last weekend that you weren't feeling well. Are you feeling better now, I hope? Yeah, don't you hate that? That stuff, like, it always has to persist for, like, a week to 2 weeks. I think that's the worst part about being sick, actually, is the recovery, because it takes, like, 2 weeks to, like, completely feel better, but you're not, like, actually sick, so you can't get away with, like, shirking responsibility due to the fact that you're not feeling well. I'm gonna have to remember what to do here. I have to leave that one. Leave that one. Hit these two, skip the third. That one I have to hit, but not until, like, I have to time it correctly. Yeah, I remember the nurse betraying you. He can't jump that? So that extends that, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it's true, JMT. It's like... sometimes people will sympathize, yeah, but it's like... it doesn't help, you know? Wow, it was close. Like, yeah, a good example was last fall. So it was about a year ago now. I had like one of the worst sinus infections I'd ever had, and I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to deal with anyone. I just wanted to just like lay in bed and like die for a week. Like it was awful, absolute worst sinus infection I've ever had. And it was the week before my birthday, which sucked. And I had some friends that decided that they wanted to try and throw me a surprise party, and I was like, it almost pissed me off because I was like, I'm sick, I don't want anything to do with this. Like, you got me out of bed for this? Like, it was almost annoying because I was like, like, thank you for doing that, but... like, I'm sick. I don't want anything to do. Like, I just want to go back home. I don't want a pizza party. I just want to go home and go back to sleep. And yeah, I think I've had that before, where I've been sick over, like, over holidays and such. That always sucks, too. And yeah, Oblivion, I only get sick, like, once a year, but it's almost always, like, crippling when I do get sick. It's not, like, you know, hospital sick, but it's still, like, I'm in bed for a week. So, like, knock wood, it's been about a year, so if you guys suddenly hear that I'm canceling streaming for a whole week, like, that could totally happen once, like, cold weather gets here. For the most part... Sorry, I just tapped my microphone. I hope that wasn't loud. And yeah, we do have 10 likes already. That is fantastic. Here's some pixels that you guys can... that are probably gonna gamble away. Have fun. Yeah, like, usually allergies bother me a lot more. Like, if it wasn't for streaming, I'd probably still be in bed right now because of this kind of, like, foggy headache. But, like not to get all mushy, but, like, streaming makes it worth it for me. Like, it doesn't feel like work. So I actually do still want... I know that if I do get up and do it, that I'm going to enjoy myself and it's going to be worth it. I think there's only been, like... It doesn't happen often where I'm, like... where I talk myself into streaming and then I regret it. I almost always wind up being happy that I did. Sometimes the morning ones are kind of like, is that worth it? And sure, like months ago, before I had a community, it would often be like, well, what's the point? But now I know that I'm successfully to a point where no matter what I play, there's at least like a dozen of you that will at least be stopping in. And that's pretty cool, because then even if I'm just like, I want to play something completely different tonight, like I can do that. That's awesome. Hey, Extreme Dragon, welcome back. Well, it's not Kirby that's making me feel better, Coulter. It's hanging out with you guys that makes me, like, forget that my head is kinda foggy and... I wouldn't say it's... I mean, viewership has increased, Raph, but it also changes over time, especially considering, like, me playing different games. The last time you were really, like, really steadily here, I was still playing Splatoon a lot, and, like, that was a lot of the community, I think, was people that were, like, all into Splatoon. Now I, like, refuse to play it, so... a lot of those people that were there, that were here then, don't come anymore. And I just accidentally threw my ability away, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna have to do all this over, I can tell. Then yeah, again with the sleep power. Yeah, I get what you mean, Coulter, but like... Because, yeah, you're not wrong. Kirby is like one of those games where like... It'll typically cheer you up if you're in a bad mood. Now, I'm not in a bad mood, so that's the thing. It's more so that, like, I just feel bleh. Can you randomize powers from his orbs? I figured you couldn't since they're all the same ability. Unless they're not all the same ability. But yeah, summer was busy. I played a lot of different games. There are definitely a lot more different viewers now. Like before summer, when you were steadily watching, I was still only getting like less than half a dozen people watching at once. Now I float between there and an actual dozen. I'm not really sure what happened. Like, I can't identify what game I played that really made people, like, show up. I think it was more so the networking. Like, I got just big enough that I could start doing, like, consistently large raids, and I think that helped a lot. I've drawn Meta Knight before. Probably a while ago, though. Would I recommend Donkey Kong Country Returns? Do you have a Wii U? If you have a Wii U, I'd say get Tropical Freeze, because Tropical Freeze is even better. And lacks the flaw that Returns has, and being the motion controls. Returns is still good, but it's like... You have to be willing to put up with shit good, if that makes sense. Because, yeah, you have to deal with the motion controls, and those aren't perfect. Tropical Freeze is way better, for sure. So I would recommend getting that one instead, if you can. Oh, great. It's kind of hard to keep track of his shots when you're upside down. But yeah, like, yeah, communities not only grow, but change. I could say that the same thing about some of the streams I go to, like, regularly, that, like, yeah, new people, like, people come and go. Especially with something like Summer, because, honestly, like, the average viewer, like, age on YouTube is a little bit lower. So, viewership changed a lot over the summer, because there were kids that had a lot of free time, and then there were some kids that actually had, like, less free time. Which, as I've said before, I don't hold it against anybody if they, like, can't make it to streams for various reasons. I would only hold it against people if they were, like, if somebody wasn't here all summer and now they were showing up again and being like, why aren't you playing this game? I'd be like, well, why would I listen to what you want to see when you never come to streams? But that, like, kind of doesn't happen. I've been pretty fortunate with that. I've seen other streamers deal with it. It sucks. And I've mentioned I did kind of have that problem with Splatoon. I definitely had people that only came for Splatoon, and if they came for other games, it was just to ask, why are you not playing Splatoon? Whoa, that's not what I want to do. Well. Almost. Yeah, you can get a random ability. Sword is not a good one, though. Yeah, I've heard from other streamers that, like, Splatoon players are, like, the Splatoon community is, like, really obsessive. And I can see that because I watch streamers that don't even play Splatoon, and there's, like, on a nightly basis, people come in asking, do you play Splatoon? I don't know if it's a meme. I don't know if, like, oh, they're trying to be funny, just like with Fortnite. I'm fairly convinced that a lot of people that ask, do you play Fortnite, like, are just doing it because of the meme. Because, lol, Fortnite, like... But I imagine, like, a lot of it is real. Like, people are legitimately curious. Yeah, I was talking about that this morning, because I'm worried about that with Smash, too. I'm worried that people are gonna, like, worst case... No, granted, with Splatoon, I would say for the most part good came of that. So I don't want to act like nothing but bad came from Splatoon, because that's definitely not the case. Well, whatever. But I'm worried that, like, the worst case with Smash is gonna be, like Kid Swag is gonna show up to the stream, and he's gonna be like, hey, let me play. It being his first time in the stream. And I might be nice and say, okay, sure, like, there's, like, I'll give you a slot, even though there are other people here that want to play, like, sure, pop on in. And then, that might be all fine and good, but then he might not come to any other streams. He might only come for Smash Brothers streams. He might not even stay here once he gets in. He might leave the stream once he gets into the match. People did that in Splatoon. He might only show up to other streams at... Oh, Kid Swag is a name I made up. Because, of course, I didn't want to, like... I didn't want to use an actual name, of course. Yeah, I just made it up. Just for the sake of the example. He might only show up to other streams just to say, why aren't you playing Smash Brothers? And then, on top of that, he might be super toxic. Like, he might be a trash talker that is just bullying everybody when he wins. And like I said, I don't want to act like that was all I got out of Splatoon, because there definitely were, and are, good community members that I found through Splatoon. One of my moderators is an example. Like, Blue still comes to, like, every stream. She doesn't beg for, like, certain games to be played or anything. So, good definitely did come out of it. But then I also remember those streams where we had those guys that were just bragging about how good they were, and were squid bagging everybody every chance they got. And that wasn't fun. Like, I don't think anybody was really enjoyed having people like that in the community. If Blue's there, if Raph is still here, he might remember it too, maybe. We definitely had a guy that was, like, boasting about how he spent, like, 1,300 hours on getting, like, perfectly rolled abilities on gear. And it was, like, it was the most ridiculous thing. He thought he was the hottest shit. Didn't want that. I wanted electric. Which, on that note, I'm probably gonna purge my friend list again before Smash comes out. Because I was looking at my friends list the other night, and there were so many people that I was like, I don't know who this is, and I don't know when the last time I played with them was. I have a bunch of people on there from Paladins, too, and, like, I only played that once, and kind of lost interest in that. Yeah, exactly. I think I said that a lot when dealing with that guy. Now, granted, it was only like one stream, to be fair. Like, it wasn't like a long-term problem. Crap, there was my ability. But I think I remember saying that at one point. Like, who cares? First of all, I thought min-maxing abilities in Splatoon was, like, negligible. A lot of them weren't as potent as people thought they were, so I felt like going all out on one ability was a really dumb idea. I don't know why I wasn't running. I got kind of lucky that... And yeah, I agree with that too, JMT. Like, I don't... Especially in Splatoon, I don't think maximizing one ability is going to make up for the... Like, that's not going to outright make you better than other people. I think the abilities in Splatoon are better to be, like, what assists... What lends itself to the way I play. I don't think there was one ability that was better than the others. And this guy he wasn't bad. He wasn't, like, amazing either, though. He wasn't winning every match. He wasn't making me go, like, wow, this guy's so good. Like, because he wasn't. But he was boasting constantly. He was always like, oh, did you see my gear? Like, when I killed you, did you see my gear? Did you see how good it was? And I was just like, I don't care. Like, stop. But yeah, fortunately, he was only there in, like, one stream. He did squid partying and bullshit, too. Like, he would often, like, get into a match and just be like, I'm not gonna play this match. And I think I probably told him to get out if he was gonna do that, because he was taking the spot away from other viewers. I'm playing this really sloppy, by the way. Yeah, I thought having multiple skills was a better idea in Splatoon myself. I didn't think it was a good idea to only have one ability. I don't think any of the abilities are good enough for that. Yeah, and like I said, I was talking about it this morning, about how when it comes to multiplayer games, and, like, especially Smash, I'm the type that, like, there's no replacing that feeling of getting friends together and sitting on the couch and playing video games and just having a good laugh. Going and fighting randos online does not replace that feeling for me. So I get no satisfaction out of it. And I'm hoping that I can somewhat replicate that experience with the stream. I want it to be more about the community and everybody having a good time than just seeing who the best is. Because I don't care. I don't care who the best is. I have no interest in, like, proving that I'm the best. So if people come in and that's all they want is to show off and prove that they're the best, I'm not going to be very welcoming to them. Because I don't think that's compatible with the type of community I have been nurturing and will continue to nurture. Because that's not even the type of community I want to be a part of. So why would I create it? The thing that sucks is that viewers that are looking for that type of experience aren't gonna enjoy themselves here. But if I'm not gonna enjoy them being here, then what do I care? This might suck. Oh cool, you can do that when they're on fire. Oh, that was different. We did have a troll during Mario Odyssey, but like it had nothing to do with the game. They were just being trolly and spammy. And that wasn't even a big deal, to be honest. Trolls like that are not even worth bringing back up because it was whatever. I had like it tells you something that I had to stop and think about who you were referring to. Because, like, I just didn't remember it. It wasn't memorable. And yeah, Coulter, I agree. We were talking about that this morning, too. Like, Smash 4, it was way too easy to unlock all the characters. In Mario Tennis Aces, it's way too easy to unlock the characters. I hope it's an involved process. If it would take a couple of days to do it, I would be thrilled. Like, that would be exactly what I'd want to see. Even if, like, if Smash came out and I did a release night stream and played, like, did a 12-hour release night stream, and I was able to unlock everybody in that time, I think I'd be satisfied with that, too. But I think it would be incredible if I did a stream like that, and it was, like, I still had a bunch of characters to unlock. Like, that would be really cool. Because, yeah, I like unlocking things. That's why I liked streaming Brawl so much, because there was just so much to do and unlock. Some chat kills. And yeah, it's true, Oblivion. I guess you'll always remember your first troll. That one was kind of unmemorable to me, but, like, the very first troll I dealt with as a streamer, like, I'll always remember that one, and it wasn't even that bad. But it still killed a run, and killed a stream, because I didn't know how to deal with it yet. So it still sucked. And I'll always remember it for that reason. And see, Logan, I agree and I disagree with that, because as a fighting game, I guess it is kind of silly to, like, yeah, like, to have to grind to get the content. I guess that is kind of silly. But for me, it's like, That's the point of playing the game, though. Like, especially something like Smash, because it's more than just a Street Fighter that you buy to play competitive. Like, there's more to it than that. And as such, I think it needs more content than that, if that makes sense. This ability is like really cheap. The only thing I have to worry about is if he runs it. That was a thing. I think that's why they did Smash 4 the way they did, and I think a lot of people were like, oh cool, I can just pop the game in and just play it, because there's only like not even a dozen characters to unlock. I hated that. Like, that took a lot of the joy out of the game for me. I think even if I were to contact Funk and say, he lives like an hour and a half away, even if I were to say, Funk, do you want to come play Smash Ultimate when it comes out, like release weekend, do you want to take time off to come play it? Even if I were to do that, I think it would be more interesting if, like, while we were playing, we were unlocking characters the entire time. And especially when the roster's so damn big, because you have to look at it from the perspective of somebody who may have never played a Smash Brothers game, or may have never played it since, like, Melee. You're going from 24 characters to 6 characters. There's a lot more characters, and it can be overwhelming to boot the game up and see this enormous roster that's so big that the squares are so small that you almost can't see who the characters are. There are people that play Smash every day who can boot up Smash 4 and they can't find a certain character on the roster screen. They just, because there's so many of them, it's total overkill. So I think narrowing it down is a pretty good idea, as long as the unlocks don't take too long. Like, if it takes weeks to do it, that would be stupid. Like, I would agree with that. But I also want it to be more work than Mario Tennis Aces was. Mario Tennis Aces, I could put Mario Tennis Aces in right now, go play one match online, I don't even have to win, and I would unlock Diddy Kong for this month. That's stupid. What's the point? I don't even care. You might as well just give it to me. I don't know if I agree with that, Logan. I think the fact that there are so many characters, especially if you unlock them randomly, that might be pretty cool. Because, like, then you don't know who you're gonna get, and then it makes it more exciting to think, okay, who's next? And again, if the roster's really narrowed down, like, let's say you start with 8 or 12 characters, like the original 64 cast. And then you're like, I think I was talking about this a bit this morning too, about how I think it's important to, like, try out, like, different characters, because you never know what you're gonna like. I think if you get Smash Ultimate, now this is my opinion, I don't think it's necessarily right or wrong, I think you're just missing out if you're doing it like this. If you get Smash Ultimate, pop the game in, there's 12 characters, and you think, I only want to play as Sonic. So fuck this game. This is irrelevant because I only want to play as Sonic, and I have no control over when I when I unlock him. I think you're doing it wrong. I think you should be looking at it more like, let's try out these 12 characters. And then the first one you unlock, say you unlock Wario first, and you're like, you know what, I've never really given Wario a shot. Now's the time to do it because I don't have that many options. That's why I appreciate the appeal of narrowing the roster. I like how free-to-play MOBAs like League of Legends do it, where it's like, they have like a free-to-play rotation, so when you pick up the game, there's like a dozen characters you can try out for free, and that changes every week. So that gets you to try out different things. If they would just give you the entire roster, it would be so overwhelming and it would turn off so many players because they wouldn't have any idea of where to start. Like, I think that's, like, really good design. Now, I don't necessarily like how those free-to-plays do it, where, like, it's a huge time investment to unlock the entire roster for those who want to do it. Like, in a game like League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm, if you're not willing to spend money on it, it could take years to unlock the entire roster, and that's completely insane. I don't think it should take that long. But I also don't like the idea of just having everything right out of the gate. Like, I think that turns off new players, and I don't think it's a good idea. I don't know about that, Oblivion. I think I would just find that annoying. What if you go up against 3 characters that all have counter? That would basically just mean you stand no chance at winning, because they would just be spamming counter the whole time. I remember how much of a pain in the ass it was to unlock Lucina in Smash Wii U, because she just spammed counter, and it was infuriating. Because, like, on the 3DS they were all easy, and then for some reason on the Wii U they were actually, like, semi-challenging. You actually, like, kinda had to try. I think there was another one that I actually lost to, like, a few times. Like, it took me, like, 3 tries to get to unlock them. So I think having it be 3, like, more than 1 character would be... I think that would be more frustrating than anything. Even though it would technically make it faster, I don't know if it would necessarily be a good design decision. If they were smart, they could make it that you could actually choose which characters you wanted to unlock. I think that would be, like, a pretty good idea, but then again, it would risk... You'd have people who would only unlock the 2 characters they care about, and then they'd never unlock everybody else, which would be stupid. And you're, like, not getting the most out of the game at that point. And honestly, Nintendo doesn't work like that. Nintendo wants you to get the most out of the game. They want you to try all these different things. They don't like the idea that they're putting all this work into content and that people aren't experiencing any of it. That's why they created modes like Smashdown, because they want people to, like, try more things. They don't want people to just be playing Fox-only Final Destination, no items. Like, they want people to experience what there is in the game. And it's why I think Brawl was basically better than 4. 4 had a better balanced roster, but Brawl actually had things to do. It actually had content. 4 didn't. And yeah, imagine fighting Marth, Lucina, Roy, and Chrom all at the same time. Have fun. And Corrin. And hey, Cassidy, sorry that I missed you. How's it going? I feel like it's been a while, actually. I hope school's going well. I hope, but I'm sure the weekend is still welcome. Yeah, and see, I've ranted about story mode before. I understand why people like it, but personally, I want something with more replayability. I won't be upset if they put a story mode in, but I'll be disappointed because as soon as they say the words adventure mode, my mind goes, I'm gonna play that for like 5 hours and then never touch it again. Because that's what story modes are in these games. Like, let's be real. It's amazing that Splatoon 2's campaign got so much play out of me, actually. But that's because my internet sucked and I had to make do. Like, it wasn't necessarily because I wanted to. But I still think stuff like Salmon Run was a better idea at the end of the day. Like, here's a good way of putting it, actually. I think. I would be okay with an adventure mode, but I think it having a story would be stupid and a waste of time. So adventure mode I'd be okay with, story mode I wouldn't be. Does that make any sense? That was stupid. That was stupid. I think if it was like... if it was almost roguelike, not in the sense of, like, losing characters dying, but, like, have it be, like, a randomly generated area that you can play, like, as many times as you want, that's what I want. I don't want there to be a linear plot for me to go through. I do want some sort of single-player mode that I can sink my teeth into, though. Or single-player or cooperative, I think would also be cool. And, like, real cooperative, not just, oh, you can play single player with two people, because that type of co-op is stupid. But yeah, I think if they were to create, like, again, I said this morning about how maybe if they made, like, almost like a Fire Emblem map, and you have your character on the map, and you can move around and, like, liberate different points, and that's what allows you to help to save characters and rescue them and unlock them. But then, like, you know how in Melee and Brawl, whenever you played, like, regular Smash mode, you'd earn coins by playing them. Well, what if instead of coins, it takes that mode, and the AI, like, gradually takes over the map again. So if you go 2 weeks playing the game every day, but you're not playing that mode, and then go back into it, everything will be captured again. So then you can go, like, it would refresh itself, and you'd have a whole new, like, thing to do. I will admit, a lot of it for me is that I'm bitter over the fact that Mario Tennis Ace's adventure mode was completely pointless. And people were so excited about that, and I guess I'm being vocal about it because I don't want... I'm trying to get people to realize that if you get your hopes up that there's going to be like a 20-hour adventure mode in Smash Brothers, you are going to be disappointed. They're not going to deliver something like that. Now, if an adventure mode you can play in 5 hours and be done with is what you want, then I guess fine. That's probably what we're gonna get, if anything. Well, it was a tragic waste. See, Oblivion, I don't really care about the cutscenes. I think I'm with Sakurai on that one. Like Sakurai's stance was, we did that for Brawl, but it was stupid because everybody just data mined the cutscenes and put them on YouTube. I think I kind of agree with that. I like the fact that they started making the cutscenes for the newcomer reveals instead. I think that was a better idea. Like, I guess the cutscenes were cool, but I don't know. They lost novelty to me over the years. The first time they were cool. When I went back and played Brawl on stream, I didn't care. I was like, I was doing subspace for this, to do subspace. I didn't want to do it. It was just something to do. The big thing from subspace that I miss, that I want to see back, and I think we are going to get these back in some form, is boss battles. That was the part of Subspace that I really thought was fun, and that's the part I miss. I don't think having the stages with bosses and that the characters have to fight is like quite as fun as what they were in Raw. Out of there. So, to go with what I was saying about like having like this some sort of like strategy map, not only could you fight... are you kidding me right now? I'm gonna have to refresh boots, I think. Not only could you have to fight characters, potentially, you're probably gonna have to... I could see them bringing the Subspace Army back for a mode like this. That would be a good way of generating, like, an endless horde of enemies. So you're probably gonna have to fight some of those. And then you could also fight bosses. Then they just have to come up with some sort of, like, reward, I guess, so that people feel like they're not wasting their time. Which, hopefully, is better than what 4 did. That's another problem with 4, is I thought custom moves and equipment were completely idiotic. Like, I thought they were terribly designed. Could have been great, but they definitely were not great. What am I doing? Yeah, I didn't really care for the bosses in 4. A lot of the stuff in 4, like, the roster was really well balanced, I thought. But a lot of the stuff in 4, in terms of, like, items and stage hazards, were way too hazardous. Which sounds stupid, but... like, there was way too much of it that was just, like... well, you're gonna die, like, instantly, and there's nothing you can do about it. And it wasn't necessarily fun, so I wound up turning all that stuff off. I did screw around with equipment a bunch, and I thought it was stupid. Like, it seemed meaningless to me. Especially because, to use Funk as an example again, because, again, at the time, we were local, so we got together and played the game like every week. But as a result... he didn't have the game, I had the game. So I could have spent all week fine-tuning all of my characters to have, like, perfect custom moves and equipment, but he couldn't do that. He would have had to come over and, like, just to spend a night setting up all of that equipment. And that's, like, it's not good design. I think they were thinking, oh, since there's a 3DS version, everybody can do it on the 3DS version, and then I'll bring it to the Wii U version. But I don't think that worked as well as they thought it was going to. I don't think that was as good of an idea as they thought. Now, part of that is skewed because I didn't know anybody else with a 3DS. So, like, none of that functionality mattered. Like, even with Mii's, I gave everybody time to say, like, okay, why don't you guys work on your Mii's for a bit before we play, because we thought Mii's were fun. But even that was, like, that could quickly turn into, like, a half an hour to an hour of Mii customization, like, not being sure of which movesets you like, and then whenever somebody was like, oh, I tried out this new move and I didn't really care for it, you had to stop what you were doing and go so everyone could change it. It was terribly implemented. It could have been way better. It was better in the 3DS version since everybody had their own system. but in the Wii U version, it just didn't work. Because in the 3DS version, you could... I think you were able to access all that stuff right on character select screen, weren't you? Couldn't you? But you couldn't in the Wii U version because there were multiple people on one screen. It was dumb. Again, I think they thought, oh, well, if everybody has their own 3DS and links it up with the Wii U, like, that's how it'll work. But that didn't work as well as they thought. Maybe it worked really well for some people, but... And yes... I had a bunch of amiibo that I trained up in Smash. I never gave them equipment or custom moves because it made them completely idiotic. Like, it was, like, not fun to deal with them at that point. All I did was level them up and, like, teach them how to play. The equipment made them, like, just completely stupid, and it wasn't... I feel like equipment was 100% a failure. I don't think there was, like, anything redeeming about the equipment idea. Custom moves, I think, were at least interesting, but I still don't think they were an awesomely done mechanic. If there are no custom moves in Ultimate, I will be perfectly fine with that. It's kind of funny that as much as I hated stickers in Brawl, and the fact that it took me years to get all of the stickers and complete that game, I think I preferred stickers to everything they had in 4. I think everything in 4 was, like, worse in every way. Even those stickers didn't even have good functionality because they were only in adventure mode. But, like, trying to get them all wasn't a total nightmare. The stuff in 4 was just, like, not even... That killed me? Excuse me? I thought that would just, like, lift me off the top of the screen and that I was, like, completely safe. Whoops. Yeah, that was, like... It was more, like, it kind of wasn't triggering because it was more puzzling. It was more like, wow, did that actually just happen? The only reason it was remotely triggering is because I'm, like, not in the best mood tonight. But it was, that was more so a, what the hell just happened? Like, there's not a ceiling there. Why would I have thought that that was gonna kill me? Like, it's triggering from a game design perspective, because that could have been better portrayed that I was actually in danger there. Usually when there's no ceiling, the game teaches you to believe that, like, you're not gonna die. You can go off the top of the screen and everything is okay. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen the Ultra Sword as a giant fish either. I feel like that... I probably have, and I just haven't forgotten it. I've just forgotten it. And yeah... I guess that qualifies as I was trusting the game, but on the... like, that's also... I don't think I did something careless as a result. I thought that was just... It's not like I was it's not like I was stalling and falling behind, like, intentionally because I thought I was safe. If that makes sense. And yes, sleep again. And I don't know, Funk. I think I would recommend that you get a Switch instead at this point. But, I don't know, the 3DS still has a lot of good content on it, so... Are you kidding me? Well, I'm gonna die and have to redo this. And hey, Trust, how's it going? Sorry that I don't think I properly welcomed you. I think I was in the middle of a rant when you showed up. My least favorite Nintendo game, I'd have to think about that. I don't know if I could even narrow that down to game. I think I'd have to narrow that down to, like, maybe franchise. New Super Mario Brothers. I hate the new Super Mario Brothers games. I think they're absolute garbage. I'm gonna go with that. Most other games, I think, at least have, like, something going for them. I don't think new Super Mario Brothers games are, like, good at all. They're very unimaginative. I think they made them just because they were like, oh, well, 2D Mario sells, so we'll make a quick buck. They made those games for the wrong reasons. The only one I'll give credit to is the first one on DS, because I think that one was actually good. But I think the other ones were all total garbage. I didn't play 2, to be fair, but I heard that it sucked. I heard that even people that love the new Super Mario games, the new Super Mario Brothers games, said that 2 sucked, so I'm taking their word for it on that. Because if they think a bad game is good, and then there's one that's even there, like, this is bad, it's gotta be bad. I was gonna say, could I, like, just stall behind here a bit? Because if I'm floating, I'm never gonna make it. Yeah, I think the one on DS they actually made because they were like, what if we made a whole new... like a completely new 2D Mario, and like you could tell that they wanted to make that. The other ones were, well, that first one sold like crazy, so what if we just ported it to Wii quick and made some new stages? Like, the Wii one was incredibly unimaginative. It was stupid easy. Some people actually try and say it was difficult. It was so easy I don't remember any of it. Like, I basically didn't play that game. I was on autopilot the entire time. It was so easy. The Wii U one was at least difficult. At least semi-difficult. But it still wasn't good. That did a lot of damage. But yeah, that's the one thing I can think of that's like, this is where Nintendo's dropped the ball in like the last couple of years. Like, there's some other like questionable things, like what the hell was Wii Fit about? But I don't know, at least they were trying something new. They get credit for that. On the Wii U version, you mean, Cassidy? I don't think I played the Wii U one with... I don't think I played the Wii U one with friends. I did play the Wii one with friends briefly, and I still thought it was hilariously easy. Oops, wrong way. I didn't play Luigi U, so I can't speak on that one. The thing is that people try and say that the Wii U one is easy because they drown you in extra lives, but like, if they drown you in extra lives, that clearly means you need the lives, and therefore it's not easy. Ooh, nailed it. And I see Kent got around to checking out the channel. His mod did not remind him to do it this morning, it seems. I don't know if he was checking out the channel or if you're here right now, but how's it going if you are? Alright, there's all the energy spheres. Let's go... Let's go take care of that last challenge, because that counts towards completion. Oh yeah, there you are. Sadly, I'm not playing Monster Hunter tonight. This is like the first night in a week that I've played something else. Going back, I think I did hear that Super Luigi U was, like, actually pretty challenging. I think I remember hearing that. I disliked the Wii U one so much, though, that I was like, I'm not buying an expansion for a game I hate. Like, that's not gonna happen. Even if it fixes everything wrong with the game, that's like, no. That's not how business is supposed to work. You know, honestly, they need to make a Mario and Sonic game. They've made some weird excuses about how, like, the gameplay wouldn't, like, mix well, but I think that's stupid, honestly. I think there's ways to make it work, and I think they should. How on earth are you gonna go make... How are you gonna cross over Mario and Rabbids before Sonic? How? How do you do that? Like, that's the one that made sense? Giving Mario and Co guns made more sense than mixing it up with Sonic? No. I guess the difference there is that Nintendo didn't make Mario and Rabbids, so they might be looking at it from a perspective of, if we were to make one, we're not sure how to do it. So maybe Sega's gotta do it. Did Sega make the Olympic ones, or did Nintendo? I'm not totally sure on that. Yeah, I think it's really strange that they were like Rabbids though. But I heard it was a good game, so, you know, nothing against the game. I just think it's weird that they were like, yeah, this is something we can do, but Sonic that's pushing it. Like, excuse me? All you have to do is use the Sonic Generations formula and make it that every stage you can play through with either character, and they have completely different and then they have completely different, like, layouts through the stage. Okay, cool. I did get that. For a second, I thought I messed that up. Oh, it was Sega that did the Olympics. I couldn't remember. games. That's not what I wanted to do. No, stop it. Drop it. Oh wow, we're actually not done yet. Whoa. Why did he, like, go soaring like that? That was weird. Crap. Let's just bring that with me. I'm so stupid. Whatever. All I had to do was clear it. Didn't have to be gold. It's still silver. I'll take it. Yeah, they do, like... I don't know. I don't know. Someday it'll happen, maybe. I hope it does. Because I think it would be cool. Okay, yeah, so all these challenges are done. As I said, you do have to clear all of these for completion. For, like, percentage. And yeah, so now it's final boss time. And hopefully that doesn't go horribly wrong. I'm definitely, like... Nintendo does more crossovers these days, which is cool, but, like, I still want to see more. I should have grabbed Spark before I came here. But if I remember correctly, Bomb went pretty well on this, so let's go with that first. We'll try and do it legit, because like Spark is like so broken that kind of trivializes everything. Like, I don't remember who I was talking to about how they should do a crossover with Monster Hunter, and I was saying, yeah, they should put Ridley in Monster Hunter. Like, that would be really cool, and it would actually, like, fit. He wouldn't look out of place or anything. Because somebody else was like, they should put Bowser in there, and I was like, I don't think that would work. Because he'd look out of place, and, like, ultimately you'd be, like, carving up his corpse at the end of the day. So you kind of need something that really fits that more, like, gritty theme. And I think Ridley would work very well. I think, like, even though crossing over with Metroid kind of doesn't make sense since it's, like, space, I think those monsters would be the best idea. Like, Ridley and Kraid and stuff, I think they would make good monsters. Oh my god. This is off to a terrible start. Which, man, if you count this boss fight, how many freaking bosses do you have to fight in this game? In the final, like, the final gauntlet? This isn't a final boss, this is a freaking final gauntlet. There's like 5 stages to the end of this game. Damn it. And I think Extra Mode has an extra one. It might not, though. I could be wrong. bombs are like not actually doing much. I'm trying to do the bomb for you though, Cassidy. Yeah, but you'd still be like carving the Pokemon up at the end of the day, and I think like the Pokemon Company would be like, no, that's not the way to do it. Magolor was evil? You don't say. Favorite Nintendo character? I don't know. Yoshi's pretty great. Kirby's also pretty great, though. Yeah, I guess they could make it that, like, they're repel hunts instead. And yeah, it's referred, like... Yeah, like, we know Pokemon, like, die. We know that's a thing, but they don't really talk about it in the Pokemon world of, like, a monster, like, a Pokemon dying and them being, like, harvested for parts. That's not really a thing. Which is something I like to think about sometimes. It's really morbid, but it's like... Do people in the Pokemon universe still eat, like, meat? Or are they all just vegan? Because they never refer to, like... They refer to, like, drinking Miltank milk and stuff. But they never refer to, like, burgers or anything. Because I think they don't want to refer to the fact that people might, like, potentially butcher Pokemon to eat them. Like, I think they just... It's either canon that they don't do that, or they just try not to talk about it. But there are fish Pokemon too, so that doesn't even work. Like, that's not any better, of like fishing up Magikarp and roasting them. Like, that's still pretty bad. And it's not like real chickens exist in that world, so it's not like they're just like, well, we don't eat the Pokemon, but we still eat the chicken. They don't have chicken, they have chicken Pokemon. That was kind of close. Yeah, they do eat Slowpoke tail. I guess they only eat things that can, like, grow back. I guess that's the thing. Or, like, that doesn't hurt the Pokemon, I guess. But then I think they imply that it does hurt the Slowpoke, so... I don't know. I forget, actually. Somebody might be able to fact-check me on that. I don't remember if the whole thing was that, like, it's terrible what they're doing to Slowpoke, or if it was like, well, Slowpoke don't care anyway, so... Which, yeah, on that note, how's it any different than taking milk from Miltank and drinking that? Like, they don't mind. I just think it's fascinating that they don't, like, talk about that. Like, it's never addressed. Was there once a time when they did eat Pokemon and then they, like, you know, society's advanced to the point where they don't do it anymore? Like, it brings a lot of questions. A lot of questions. They do get kind of graphic about Pokemon eating other Pokemon. Like, there are some Pokedex entries that are, like, very clearly, like, yeah, this Pokemon, like, eats this other Pokemon on a regular basis. So they must taste good. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Nintendo fan, how's it going? Ow. I actually didn't do much damage. It's something I find interesting with Monster Hunter Generations, actually, is the canteen actually, like, specifically refers to the fact that you're eating monsters. Which makes sense, like, that's not out of place in the world or anything, but, like, 4 didn't do that. You were just like, well, do you want meat or do you want cheese? And they kept it kind of vague, from what I remember. But Generations is very specific. Like, the meal my go-to meal in Generations is freaking, Rhinopolis something. It's like, I now know that. I feel like using this charge thing is actually slower. But that might be because this is like the extra version, so it's taking a little bit longer. Dodging the shit, not the shots. Yeah, I do think from, like, a gameplay perspective that a lot of Zelda stuff would fit. And I think with some of them, if they were to use, like, Calamity Ganon from Breath of the Wild, since he's, like, a cloud of darkness, they could kind of, like, you could kind of, like, harvest the darkness without that being super weird. Hey Mama Luigi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think Ridley would be pretty cool, even if it was very, like, time bending, if that makes sense. Because, like, you kind of get the impression that Monster Hunter takes place in, like, older times, right? Whereas, like, Ridley would very specifically be, like, from more futuristic times. Yeah, but Behemoth, like, some of the Final Fantasy games take place in, like, older times, so that fits, I think. It's not like all of the Final Fantasies are, like, futuristic. Some of them are. Alright, Ken, thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you finally were able to. Hopefully you can catch some Monster Hunter at some point. I might even do a stream this coming week that'll be like open invite that like anybody can play. So you're more than welcome to tune into that if you want to. I'm not sure what your like evening stream times are, because I usually don't wake up until you're already done. And on that note, yeah, I do. On that note, if you guys haven't checked out Kent Says Booyah, you should. Let me drop that link. He also plays a wide variety of games, not only just Nintendo stuff, he plays some stuff on PS4 as well. Whoops. No, Nintendo fan. I'm gonna do True Arena after this, too. Which True Arena is basically a boss rush, if you're not familiar with Kirby lingo. I don't know if I'll do it as Meta Knight, we'll see. I might try it, because why not? I can't make any guarantees about actually winning. Yeah, no problem, Ken. Again, thanks for stopping in. I need sprinkles with my popcorn? Yeah, sure, why not, Blue? Why not? Yeah, Planet Robobot's really good. I definitely recommend that one. And so, as somebody mentioned earlier, too, that they wish I could stream that one. I also wish I could stream that one. It's really good. And it's probably my favorite Kirby game now. I can't because I don't have a way of capturing 3DS games. I'd have to emulate it, and I don't think that's possible. It is. 3DS emulations actually, like, come pretty far. But, if I remember correctly, Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot both have gameplay that involves the gyro sensor, and there's no way to emulate the gyro sensor. So they would be unplayable on an emulator right now. I actually tried to play Triple Deluxe on the emulator, and like I could only clear the first stage. The second stage had gyro in it, and I was like, and I can't do this. So yeah. But it's mostly the fact that I don't have a capture for 3DS, and I don't really have interest in, like, investing that money in it, because 3DS capture devices are, like, they're pretty expensive, they're not very reliable. Everybody I've watched that has 3DS capture seems to have trouble with the system, like, on a semi-regular basis. Some of them even have 2 3DSs with capture because of how often things go wrong. And it's like, that's not super appealing. Because that's even more money you gotta spend. It's kind of tempting at times, because there are a lot of really good 3DS games that would probably be fun to stream. Even though I personally don't touch my 3DS anymore. Like, stuff like this, I probably wouldn't have played through this game casually again. But the fact that I was able to stream it, like, gave me an interest in playing it again. So I could see myself being interested in playing some 3DS stuff if I could stream it. Yeah, not GG yet. That color scheme is badass. Looks really cool. Unfortunately, I have a feeling I'm gonna die. I'm not feeling pretty good about it. I'm not feeling good about I didn't see the missile. I didn't see the missile. I literally didn't see it until it was, like, right in front of me, and I was like, oh. I think oh, that's right, you don't have to do all the other forms. This is actually easier, because now I have Spark. Okay. I meant to do that, actually. Yeah, that was intentional. Going back to what you asked, Trust, I was thinking about doing New Super Mario Bros. DS at some point. So many streamers stream Mario 64 that I'm, like, not super interested in doing it. Like, I could just recommend people that play it. Because I'm not, like, super interested in playing it myself. But I think playing the DS one would be kind of interesting, because a lot of people don't play that one. So, I might do that. Oh, it's an ice hammer? That seems uncalled for. Oh good, now the floor's icy. No, I'm never gonna play the new Super Mario Brothers games. Those games are terrible. I might play the DS one, because that one's actually good, but the other ones are trash. I'll play Wind Waker before I play those games. And you guys know how much I hate Wind Waker. I'm gonna die here, I think. Maybe not. For a second, I thought I was gonna make it through there, but it's not. Oh, good, and he can do this. Why not? He's letting me get in a lot of free hits here. I shot it the wrong way. Missed. Spark makes that way too easy. Way too easy. So, was that this morning I was talking about Wind Waker a bit? I think the reason, like, when I was a kid and I played Wind Waker, I didn't mind it that much. I wasn't in love with it. I didn't hate it. When I replayed it in HD on the Wii U, for some reason, it really didn't sit well with me. Like, I really did not enjoy playing through that game. And I think part of that is because I was recording it for the channel. I like streaming games like this. It's a lot of fun. But recording, like, episodic playthroughs of games I did not enjoy that at all. It was tedious, it wasn't very fun. I was kind of forcing myself through it. So I think that's part of my distaste for Wind Waker, which is why there's a possibility that I might play it again at some point. Because I feel like I should give it another chance. But yeah, I can safely say that I would probably play, I'd probably play Wind Waker before... I would probably play New Super Mario Bros. DS before Wind Waker. And I'd probably play Wind Waker before any of the other New Super Mario Bros. Because the other three are garbage. Also, I only have one of them, and I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Wii U. True Arena without Spark? I don't think so. I don't think so. Doing it without Spark is going to be attempting it with Meta Knight. And I guarantee I'm going to get crushed doing that. I'll do Partners in Time at some point, yeah. I'm not sure when. Especially with Monster Hunter creating such a schedule, like, black hole at the moment. So I don't know when I'm going to get around to, like, the next big playthrough like that. Monster Hunter's kind of taking my big playthrough slot right now, and then, like, all the other games I'm going to be playing are going to be, like, smaller games like this. So on that note, like, yeah, we're not done here. I'm gonna do True Arena, and that'll probably take, I don't know, an hour. Oh, I'm sure you can do it without a copy ability. I'm just not interested in doing it without a copy ability. It sounds awful. I guess I already let the credits play once, but I don't seem to remember these credits taking too long, so let's go ahead and do that, and we'll hang out a bit. Hey Cross, how's it going? Sorry for missing you coming in. Although, actually, what I'm first gonna do is I'm gonna go take a bathroom break while these are rolling, and then I'll be back, and then I'll continue with where my head was going there. So, yeah, let me do this, and then I will be right back, and we will do True Arena. Which also has new bosses, so, yeah, look forward to that. Okay. What am I missing? So yeah, on the subject of schedule, I don't know what I'm gonna play tomorrow yet. So I'm interested in hearing what you guys might be interested in seeing. This is done. I still have to get back to Celeste, but I don't know if I feel like doing Celeste tomorrow. Maybe. Dan really wants me to get back to Mario Odyssey, but I'm not really feeling that at this particular moment. I want... Here's the thing, a lot of games I'm going to be playing are going to be very... I'm probably only going to want to play them for a day, and then I'm going to want to play... I'm going to want to play more Monster Hunter instead. So... And I think Mario Odyssey Damageless that's going to require commitment. I'm not going to be able to do that just once a week and ever get it done. I'm constantly going to be rusty if I do it like that. I'm going to have to do that like a couple days in a row to get it done, I think. So I want to wait until I'm not at a point where I'm desperately wanting to just play Monster Hunter instead to do that, so that I can actually focus, and like that's actually what I want to be doing. So I don't think I want to do that tomorrow. I could do Celeste. I could bust out some Mega Man collections or something. I could start something new. I don't have a whole lot of new stuff ready to start, though. Because, like, I have to draw the characters for the corner and everything, so, like, some of that isn't, like, super ready. Oh. I was like, what do you mean you like... What do you mean she can't render more than 500 pixels? I didn't see the 5,000, which I assume was a typo. Yeah, but it's still not like a happy crown Kirby face because we have to do the trivia. What was I saying? I think the only thing completely new that I could start is Donkey Kong Country Returns. I think that's the only thing that, like, I have completely ready that I could just jump straight into it. Not Meta Knight Oblivion. I have to beat it before I can do Meta Knight. Like, you have to unlock the ability to play as other characters. So yeah, these are all the extra mode bosses, and like I said, there is a boss that's exclusive to this mode, so... Something else I'll say about Robobot is it's hard at times. Like, that gets to be a pretty hard game. Especially Meta Knight mode and, like, the arenas and everything. Some of those bosses are really tough. So yeah, I'm interested in hearing what people want to see. Like I said, I could do Celeste tomorrow. I could do some Mega Man stuff. I could play like Mega Man 10, or maybe I was thinking about doing X2 Busterless, or a Buster only, because they only give you 3 healing things for this. What a middle finger, Mr. Duder. What was I saying? Yeah, I was thinking about doing X2 Buster only because I did X1, X3, and X4 Buster only. So why not, right? I can do... There's a lot of content in Mega Man 10, so I can play that. I could start Donkey Kong Country Returns. Or, I could just play more Monster Hunter. If you guys are super into Monster Hunter and that's what you want to see, I would be perfectly fine with just doing more of that, to be totally honest. I don't think I'm gonna make a vote on the Discord or anything. I think it's worth it. I think you guys can just, like, let me know here, and I'll make a note. I know Riley wants to see Monster Hunter 3. Would you let me go? Sure. But it's probably going to be a while before I do Monster Hunter 3, to be totally honest. How did that hit me? Doesn't look like it should hit. Yeah, Yoshi's another choice, but I would have to make that new artwork. So... maybe later this week. And unfortunately, I know some people want to see Sonic stuff, but I also don't have artwork ready for those, so... Whoops. Which as I've said before, that's one of the things that sucks about, like, doing the artwork for the channel like that, because it's very much like, there's often playthroughs where I'm like, well, I can't start these until I have the artwork done. Oh, hi. I'm taking way too much damage, like way too early. Yeah, Spark is ridiculous. I'm sure there are other abilities that are like just as broken. Or maybe even more broken. I think somebody said that the Leaf is really good. Wow, that actually chases you. I didn't know that. Like, I knew it chased from side to side, but not vertically. I have to remember to guard. I always forget that you can guard. Oh yeah, Seven, you said you were checking out the demo for Monster Hunter? Did you do that yet, or not yet? Yeah, Hammer does a lot of damage. Like, I did the basic arena with DDD and, like, completely wrecked it because of how much damage he does. Like, I didn't think I was gonna do very well with him because he's, like, slow, but the amount of damage he does is ridiculous. It's like, oh, I'll get some cheap hits on him with the aura. Oh, Seven, you killed your first monster already? That was fast. Sounds like you picked that up pretty quickly. Which weapons were you using, or liking? And how likely do you think it is that you might pick up the full game? Do you guys have 2 Switches? Because that would be pretty cool if you and Murphy both got it and then streamed it. That would be a lot of fun. But then you'd need, like, 2 capture devices and 2... Well, I guess not necessarily. You could only do one of them captured. The only problem with Spark is it gets tiring. Because I'm having to constantly be like this. Oh yeah, if I lose Spark, I'm screwed. Oh, that actually still does damage when you start. No, this is just bad news. I'm not sure why I thought that was a good idea. Give me my freaking... I hate the RNG of when Kirby loses abilities, and I hate the Kirby games where you always lose it on the first hit. Like, at this point, this is becoming a mess because I have to keep chasing my freaking ability down. Like, I took way too much damage there. The kangaroo chicken, yeah, the Great Macau. Again with the sleep. Has that sleep been here every single time? Like, are they really committed to this troll? Yeah, Great Macau is a good one for, like, learning all of the weapons and such. And Barioth is totally manageable once you, like, have decided on what weapon you want to, like, you're comfortable with. The big thing about the demo is I felt like they didn't explain styles and arts very well at all. But I imagine you've probably been picking some of that up by watching me play it, so... Hey, to be fair, he was a robot in Planet Robobot. He was like a completely different fight from us. Oh, you do only have the one switch. Still, it would be cool to see like some Mrs. Murphy Monster Hunter Knights. Oh, you went with Greatsword? That's rough. I'm, like, extra impressed that you picked it up so quickly, because Greatsword's really clunky and weird. Oh, they got me again. Greatsword is good, it's just... I don't think it's terribly beginner-friendly, because it's so slow. That was the first weapon I tried, like, the first time I played the game, and I hated it. That was, like, part of why I hated the game. I was like, this is so slow. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna have to do this another time. I mean, I'm not gonna die on this one, but I'm not gonna make it through True Arena, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, Greatsword is good, it's just, I think it's better to start with, like, Longsword, Dual Blades, Sword and Shield, maybe Hammer. Maybe. Hammer's still pretty slow, but it's, like, not very complicated. But Greatsword is so slow. Like, especially against something like a Great Macau that's gonna be really fast. I think it might be a better multiplayer weapon too, honestly. Because then you can rely on your teammates to, like, disable the monster so that you can get the big hits in. Yes, 7. I'm pretty sure you can play with... If you're playing online, I'm pretty sure you can have 2 local players. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, I think you can go on, like, 4 Glory with a team of 2, too. Yeah, I think there's options for... Suddenly, like, the area is completely different. What the hell? I'm pretty sure there's options for that stuff. And hey, I like Nintendo. How's it going? Oh, the last 4 are in order? Oh, that kind of makes sense. Well, this one, as long as I don't do anything stupid, is kind of free. Even when I was just fighting this in, like, extra mode, I don't think I took very many hits. Most of the attacks are pretty easy to read and dodge. Stupid like that. I was gonna say, that might hit me. I haven't played Star Allies. I didn't think it looked very good. I've heard good things about it, but it looked really messy, if that makes sense. I don't know, it didn't look... It wasn't a game that I was like, wow, I need to play this. Which is sad because how much I loved Robobot. I don't know what the yellow is, dude. How did that not hit me? Are you kidding me? That's what you get. I'm basically gonna stream until I finish True Arena. I feel like I'm gonna need the health for this. This boss isn't too hard, but I'm not super familiar with him, so I feel like there's a big risk that I might mess it up. As I said, I'm probably gonna have to do this twice. I'm not feeling super confident. Yeah, it gives me the small tomato then, so I might be able to recover from, like, a small mistake. I was not reading his attack correctly at all there. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go 4 hours. I think I'm gonna run out of stuff to do. I don't think it's gonna take that long, because... Yeah, we're only at just over 2 hours right now. He's playing nice. Not good. That was dumb. No! No! Yeah, but even the laser is, like, easy to dodge, so I still consider that playing nice. No, this isn't necessarily blind. I have beaten this before, but it was, like, a long time ago. This is where it all goes to hell. Okay, sword beams, alright. Gotcha. I forgot that he has a shield. Ow. Yeah. Like I said, this is where it all goes to hell. Damn. Thought I had that. What is this music? Oh, okay. I was expecting that to act a lot differently. Nope. But I think that was like a very solid first attempt, so we good. We good. I have to take less damage on the earlier fights. It's a melee try-hard? That sounds pretty accurate, actually. Hey, Dino, how's it going? Starting with this guy again. Oh no, this is the smaller ones. Okay. No, stupid. I need to stop like standing in damage like that. Like I could have very easily dodged, and I was like, nah, I'll take a chance. It's dumb. Why am I doing that? The fact that this pierces makes it, like, ridiculous, too. So if there are multiple targets... Are you kidding me right now? Oh, get lost. And no, I'm not going to change abilities. I already have my groove. I'm not going to risk trying something else. I got that close with Spark. If I would have lost in, like, the first 4 bosses, I would have been like, okay, yeah, I need a different ability. But I already have my groove. I don't need to mix it up. Yeah, 7. I think they only give you, like, 25 minutes in the demo. The full game gives you 50 minutes per hunt, but, like, most hunts don't, like, take that long. I think the longest we had is, I think we had one the other night that took, like, 30 minutes. I've played some of the original WarioWare games. Like, some of the early ones. That was me trusting the game. Shit! No. No! Start over. Taking that much damage and losing Spark on the second fight? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, only, like, the really ridiculous hunts should take that long. And even then, they shouldn't take that long. We do need a new Wario Land game. Very much agree. I can't say that Monster Hunter 3 was like that was the first one so that I played, so it like holds a special place in my heart for that reason. But 4 was way better in every way, I thought. What am I doing? Oh, I don't expect to get very far with Meta Knight in True Arena, if I try it. I don't think you did mention that you were... Oh, yeah, you did mention that you were back, Calder. I just missed it. I'm sorry. Can I duck under this? No. Maybe if I was further not against the wall, I could have ducked under it. My big problem with this is, like I said, it gets exhausting. My arms are really tired. Here's the thing about Spark, is it's good and it's safe. I think that's why I like it more than... Like, there are probably abilities that do more damage, but they're not as safe. Because you have to get close to hit and stuff like that. But the Spark is, like, completely safe. Like, it gets tough here because I'm dealing with two things at once. But for the most part, I can keep my distance. How did that not hit the UFO? That was shit. Oh, I thought I was gonna lose Spark because of that, and I was about to be mad. Yeah, I feel like Leaf is probably pretty safe as well. What am I doing? I let them hit me so often. Because I decided to just be an idiot. How did that not hit the red one? Was he immune to damage during the dash? Get out of here. Yeah, I'm terrible about guarding. That's probably not gonna happen, but I've done this before, so I know I don't need to. So I'm being stubborn and, like, not changing. That was stupid. But wait, how did that work? That's protected me before. Like, game trusting. What happens? See, I disagree with Tornado being a good mix of offense and defense. Because Tornado can run out at the worst possible times and just, like, drop you right onto a boss. Like, with enough practice, it's probably pretty safe, but I've used it on, like, mini-bosses, and, like, things go horribly wrong, like, very quickly. When it comes to stuff like this, I don't like abilities that I have to get close to the enemy to hit them. I put myself in the corner too much. That's the problem. See, I was using Bomb on some boss a bit ago. I don't remember which one it was, and the damage was actually, like, really bad. Which is weird, because I've used it on other bosses and did very well. Let's see if this guy can juke me like he always does. Nope. That one was easy. Was this the one I was using bomb on and the damage was like really bad? Just stayed up right up next to him. It worked last time. Except now it's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't doubt that Leaf is probably pretty good. I used that on like one of the Doomers or something, and it went like very smooth. I don't like the idea of using healing for this one, but I know that I always take a lot of damage on these. So I think I'm gonna. Let's just not go in the corner. How's that sound? At least not next to the hammer guy. Yeah, that's what happens. Look at that, I learned. Mr. Duder, though. The pixel system is better since it goes higher. I mean, pixels didn't have a value. There's nothing to spend them on, so... And if I ever make something to spend them on, I'm probably going to reset everybody's pixel counts anyway. That was stupid. I forgot that those did that. What, Riley? Well, some people already... God damn it, chat kills. Some people already have, like, 50,000 pixels. Like, if I add something to actually do with them, they're gonna, like, very quickly trivialize things. I might not, though. I don't know. I might just make whatever you can do with them cost a freaking lot at first. Would you die already? Thank you. Yeah, there's... I would say people who are here a lot have about 15,000 to 25,000 pixels-ish. Some people are up as high as, like, 35,000. One person has 63,000 pixels. Like, if I were to say... If I were to do the thing where you could pledge your pixels towards, like, me playing a certain game, and I would say, like, I need, like, 100,000 pixels to make it happen, that one person could get you 60% of the way there in one go. I know they won't, because we've already spoken about it, and they said they wouldn't. So, but, yeah, that could be a problem. And if I make it that, like, if I do that for Smash, where I say people have to, like, pay to get into the queue, people that already have a lot of pixels are gonna have a huge advantage. Which, like, maybe that's not the worst idea, but... grab this one. But yeah, pixels are, like, completely arbitrary, so I kinda don't care. Also, I thought I turned emoji deletion, like, back down. Why did you delete that, Master Hand? That was only 4 emojis. That... Because it counted the periods. That's stupid. Yeah, like I said, I might not reset everybody's pixels. That might not be something I do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever gonna make pixels mean anything. I might just take them out entirely. Because, like I said, they're arbitrary. I like having the hour ranking system, but I haven't been able to figure out anything to do with pixels that actually seems fun and engaging, and isn't going to just lead to a bunch of chat spam. I don't want to put all those mini games in place because they get too spammy, and I won't be able to keep up with chat. I'll start, like, ignoring chat because I'll see it moving and think, oh, it's probably just bot spam because of mini games. I don't want that. I don't really like having stuff display on screen like Dan does, for a few reasons. Like, I like the way he does it, I think it works fine, but, and on that note, I don't really want to copy it either. I wanted to make stuff, I wanted to animate stuff myself and have it synced up with the sound, but that's, like, not as easy to do as it sounds. Like, I would actually argue that it's impossible, because of how the script is written. So that's why I haven't done that. I mean, like I said, I think I'm gonna make a system where, like, basically instead of the jackpot, you can, like, pledge your pixels towards, we want to see you play this game. It'll be like, why did I do that? I think I know better. I need to focus in here. It'll be for games that are, like, might be more, like, niche stuff that, like, won't be getting a lot of views. I would basically just be playing it for you guys. It might even be stuff that I don't really want to play, but I'm willing to do it if people will watch. Like Wind Waker? I just need to get off my butt and actually, like, create that system. Okay, so I'm not safe there. I should have gone up. Never mind. I'm starting to think you just want me to play Monster Hunter 3 because you like when I get pissed off by underwater combat. Because when I was dealing with the underwater combat in the game, I was legitimately not having fun. But no, my playing Monster Hunter 3 on stream depends on something entirely different. The reason I haven't been talking about my plans for Monster Hunter 3 is because I don't want to make promises about it, because I'm not totally sure, like, what's going to happen and when. And I don't want to be like, this is a thing I'm gonna do, and then have people constantly be asking, like, well, you said you were gonna do this, so when is it? I don't want to promise anything until I know that that's, like, it's definitely a thing that's gonna happen. Also, I like having surprises. That the fact that it could happen someday and, like, nobody's gonna see it coming. And then it's just gonna be like, oh, cool, I didn't know you were gonna do this. I think that's fun. I want to do more stuff like that. Like having Eno on. I didn't tell anybody that Eno was going to be on for Monster Hunter Generations. So I'd like to think that with, like, the fancy intro and everything, that was a bit of a nice surprise, where the people that tuned in early were like, oh shit, what's happening? Like, I didn't know we were doing something special tonight. It's also, this is like the underhanded business part of it, but it encourages people to be here right at the beginning and for every stream, because you never know when something cool's gonna happen. I mean, that's not the full reason I'm doing it, that's just a perk. Like, that's also a thing that makes it fun to do. Ah, chat kills! Stop it! What are you doing? You should know better. And that could have been damage. That could have been horrible. I took way too many hits on that because I was just trying to multitask. That was terrible. But you know what? How was I supposed to know? He hadn't gone that high before. God, he's like so on you. That's the frustrating thing about this, I think. It's like, man, go away. Let me get some distance. Crap. I pressed right. I'm not sure why that didn't go in reverse. Where did my ability go? Okay, I did get it. I was like, I didn't see myself inhale it, and I suddenly got very worried. Back off. I pressed left! Get out of here. I was gonna say, that's it, right? Yeah, Coulter, I 100% agree. The Wii Remote Plus pad is garbage. It's so bad. I don't understand how Nintendo could be universally praised for having like the best Plus pads, and then on the Wii Remote, it's like the worst. It's so bad. And yeah, right? That's the ability they give me, is Leaf. Alright, do you have to do both forms of this guy? I don't remember. Kinda hope not. I know it's a little bit easier because I don't think you have to do the Ultra form stage, since this is designed that like any character can do it. So I think they took that part out. Oh no, I can't be in here. This is bad. Although realistically, that actually didn't do much damage. But still, that was really dumb. Like, as I was standing there, I was like, wait. This is a bad idea. Hey Matt, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Why the mouth eye? That's what I'd like to know. It's kind of a weird, unsettling thing, isn't it? Where the hell did those come from? I don't think I actually saw him do that attack before. Man, he takes like... I'm gonna get screwed here. Maybe not. He takes, like, no damage from Spark, though. They were definitely like, oh yeah, you think you're clever? I don't know how to dodge this last one. Do I just stay on the outsides? Am I safe? Yes, okay. Because last time I tried to go to the center, and that didn't work. I thought that was safe. Crap. Does he actually have a voice? I don't think I ever noticed that. Oh, come on. This might be bad. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't hit me. Yeah, just stand there and take it. It's cool. Thank you. That could have been so close, but he decided to, like, do the best possible thing at the end. Also, I feel like I got lucky not getting hit by that, like, the screen thing. I don't want to do that as Meta Knight. I'm gonna be real. Oh yeah, now we have like a true ending. Why is there a yellow Kirby there? Like randomly? Yay, now Kirby has a crown. Complete. I think I might do... maybe I'll try to do regular arena with Meta Knight. I'm not feeling good about doing true arena with him. And it sounds like frustrating and not fun. Also, by the way, I'm gonna remember who... When I went into that last fight, I'm gonna remember who said I was screwed and didn't think I could do it. You think I'm gonna forget? I'm gonna remember. I'm gonna remember who didn't believe. What's going on over here? No, I don't care. But... I mean, I think the only reason I pointed out is because when I fought Magolor Soul in extra mode, I had no problems at all. So I'm like, why would you have thought that I was going to have a lot of trouble? Not that I was going into it thinking with 100% certainty that I was going to do it, but, you know, I appreciate those that have some faith, is all I'm saying. Well, I know, like, how to play Meta Knight, I don't like the abilities that are, like, really, that you have to get close and that they're dangerous. Yeah, Galactonite was the one I was afraid of just because of, like, lack of practice. The fact that I've never fought him before, I had to learn a lot of that on the fly, so that was, like, the one that I was afraid of. The other one was, like, Magolor was not a concern for me. As long as I didn't get there with, like, one hit left, I was fairly confident that it was gonna be fine. Of course, sometimes things can go wrong, so I'm not ever the type to be like, oh, I got this shit. Because you never know what could go wrong. In anything. Like, I'm never overconfident like that, because then you look like an idiot when something goes wrong. So, I'm never one to be like that. Same goes with, like, Monster Hunter. I don't go into hunts in Monster Hunter being like, oh, 100% chance that I got this. Because every hunt in Monster Hunter can go horribly wrong. You never know what could go wrong and with what monster. Some monsters do kind of have a little bit higher chance of things just going horribly wrong, but it can happen with any of them. I think I did one this morning before I went to sleep that was kind of like that, where it was like, I shouldn't have had trouble, but he pinned me in a corner and just was unrelenting and would not stop until I died. I was thinking about doing an arena run with Meta Knight, but I know I have some pretty appealing raid options, and that I kind of want to act on while I have the opportunity to do so, because one in particular... Holy crap, I have 15 people live tonight. 17! That's crazy. That's crazy. And yeah, I kind of planned on this being a shorter stream. I wasn't planning on it being a super long one. I don't really want to milk it. Like, the game's complete. I'd rather end on that high note of finishing that true arena than attempting to do stuff that I'm fairly confident isn't gonna go very well. Oh man, I have 2 raid options that are like really good. I'm gonna go with this one because I'm really not going to have the option to do this very often. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, if you guys would join me on a raid, that would be fantastic. As I said, this was a once in a lifetime, maybe not once in a lifetime, but it's an opportunity for a raid that's not gonna come up very often. So I think this is like the right thing to do, is to call it a little bit early in the interest of doing this. So yeah, as I said, if you guys could join me for this, that would be fantastic. Before we go, actually no, we'll take that discussion onto the Discord. If anyone who has not voiced their opinion of what they'd like to see played tomorrow, like, do so now. I know one person said, I think like 3 people said Monster Hunter, and then I think one person said Celeste. But yeah, if you have any opinions on that, act now before I take off. And if you don't have, if it's irrelevant to you and you'll watch anything, that's cool too. That's also useful information, to be honest. The funny thing is despite the fact that a lot of people are saying Monster Hunter, I might go with something else just to mix it up. Because I'm going to be playing Monster Hunter like all freaking week, so... Is another day off from it really that bad? I don't think so. But yeah, it's all important info. So, I was saying earlier, Coulter, about Odyssey. I don't think I'm gonna go back to Odyssey until I can devote a couple of days to it to make sure that I really stay in the groove with it. I can't just do it once a week and expect to get it done, because I'm constantly gonna be getting rusty through the week. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Question mark. Who knows what I'll play tomorrow. There might be a morning stream. I'd say that the chance of morning streams is really high right now because of Monster Hunter. It's pretty easy for me to just boot it up and be like, I'm just gonna play Monster Hunter for like 2-3 hours. Because I'm basically gonna be playing it anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So that's a pretty high chance. Tomorrow night, I'll play something, I don't know what. Monday night I'm off. Tuesday night and Wednesday night, Eno will be back, and we'll be doing Monster Hunter. Thursday and Friday I'll be streaming, but I don't know what yet. And then I think Saturday is off. To just give you an idea of what's going on. But yeah, otherwise, if you guys would join me on, like I said, once in a lifetime raid opportunity. Usual hashtag Nintagious raid. Some of you might already know where we're going. And that's fine. So here's the link. We are going over to Jesse Mercury's channel. He is doing a collab with Dan Marchetti. They found out they lived in the same town. So they are playing New Super Mario Bros. U together. So that's where we're gonna go, because we're not gonna have the opportunity to raid both of them at once like this very often. So here is the link. If the link doesn't work, and you're not familiar with Jesse, here's how you spell that. I'm gonna link Dan's channel as well. Make sure to also check him out if you haven't seen him. But they are live on Jesse's channel. So I'll see you guys over there for the raid, and then I will see you back here tomorrow. And thank you for tuning in. And I'm glad that that Kirby went so well. I'll definitely play more Kirby in the future. I just don't know when. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.